What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another Summoner's War video. And in today's video, we give you guys the brutally honest truth about RTA, which is it is overwhelmingly tilting if things don't go your way. So in today's video, what I'm going to show you guys is not the wins, but more so the losses, the big mistakes that I was making along the way, and just some of the unfortunate things that went down here. But as always, since we kind of started this little RTA series, I do want to give a shout out, as always, to Firas and Zigber. Again, they were the ones that assisted me on the account optimization. Again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the video showcasing that, I'll leave a link in the description down below. In addition to that, I do want to give some love to our Amazon App Store. For everybody knows, right, we've been doing a lot of sponsored content through them. Not only are we, giving you guys an opportunity to save up to 20% on your Summer Sword packs using the link in the description down below, we are looking to grow the Amazon App Store YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out these last couple of weeks, these last couple of months, we've been putting summoning videos, our own summoning videos, collaboration videos, stuff like that on the Amazon App Store YouTube channel. So I will leave a link in the description down below for that. If you guys want to show your love, support me over there. I'm going to tell you right now, more than likely, I'm going to do another summoning session. I did about 350 scrolls, did not get anything worth noting, not even regular NAFIs, but quick NAFIs. So I think I'm going to give it one more try before the limited edition, Cookie Run Kingdoms units go out there. So, but yeah, we're going to get into these summons here, but I do want to give a little shout out to the people. For those of you guys, it was about like 30 or so people that left a couple of comments between the last two videos here. Thank you guys so much for your support. I know that I don't get an opportunity to answer every single question or comment you do, but I do want to let you guys know I do see them. So I want to give you guys some love here. A lot of great comments, people enjoying showing the ups and downs of it. Even had a person, Zacchaeus, was recommending me like a Violent Ken to mess around with those Leo comps. Leo's not one of the, Ken is not one of the units that I, generally utilize, but there is certain situations where, if I had the opportunity to pivot, then yeah, there are some units that I could definitely, breathe in there, shine, and do really well. Let's see if I had any more. I know I had a couple of comments here on the other ones. We did get a nice recommendation. They were saying as far as like the full VOD of RTA sessions. So like sessions that we do where we put like the, all the raw footage we did on the second video or like the last video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that versus sharing the replays. Like for the most part, the majority of the matches are going to go pretty straightforward here, but the ones that are interesting, I love to show those. And if I can get it, raw, like recorded on, just a YouTube video or live on stream, if you guys enjoy that, let me know. Don't have any problems saying that or showing that there. Let's see here. Had a couple of people say, yeah, I got to find my own synergy and rhythm in the pick and ban. This is a great thing here from Fast Neo, that, he makes a really, really good point as far as the pick and ban, which essentially this is, again, I'm dropping like a list of common mistakes. Common mistakes for me, number one, pick and ban. Regardless of what units that I had rerun and optimized for the specific strategy, there's still an issue with me, picking the right units and, banning it appropriately. And I'm going to see if I can find, I don't know if I have, I know it's going to be somewhere here because I actually showcased the match in where I talked with Zigbear and whatnot. Here's actually a good one here. Here's a good one. So generally speaking, in this particular match, super nasty, right? They got a lot of counters in there that I have to deal with, but ultimately, Triton and Ashir, as Zigbear said, was, those are two units that essentially you're trying to secure turn one, as they have two of my fastest Swifts here, but that's a little bit too much. It's a little overkill. Generally, one unit should be enough to get the job done. Either motivate them to ban it so you can have your 4 normal picks, or have it and secure turn one if you get rid of that Leo. But ultimately, they did ban the Ziana. They just left me with what I had, and so it didn't go the way they wanted to. So yeah, it was a nasty scenario there. Let's see. Let me take a look at this. I got a couple of people recommending me like I said, a couple of different units to play around with, depending on what I see, like heavy water, heavy fire. We got a recommendation from Vamp Susano and stuff like that. You know what? The funny thing about it is I'm trying not to build too many units out of it because, like you guys heard in the previous video, Firas and Zibberg saying, I had my runes spread out way too thin, which is, again, the common thing that 99% of people have in this scenario here. So I'm going to try to stick to the strategy, and then ultimately, if there is a specific unit that can build, where I can incorporate, that would make sense, that would cover a fire units or a specific situation, I will do that. I think some people saw in maybe my social media You know, one of the units that wasn't built by them, but I built it, was my Poseidon. I thought Poseidon, you know, kind of uses that same kind of strategy with the attack bar reset and the silences, the slows or whatnot. I felt like it was a really good candidate to go and throw in there, especially if they are heavy fire, and it got the right strippers in there to get the job done here. So, you know, that was just one of the units that I was able to build on Swift. Unfortunately, not Despair, but I had the runes to speed tune it. That didn't take away from anything. You know, I had the runes and artifacts. So, yeah, I'll be messing around with that in a little bit, but ultimately still utilizing the same like 6 to 7 units in that lineup here. So let me see if I can find again just some matches that kind of went you know, crazy here. I guess ultimately what, in addition to the, you know, the pick and ban and whatnot here, and this is a big mistake, like everybody has, is that that we have, what is it called? I'm so sorry. I'm forgetting it. It's the commitment to a particular strategy. Finding it so hard to pivot. You know, when the opportunity arises. That is another situation that I don't know if it shows. This only shows the 15 minutes here, but here's a scenario where this wasn't the one on the pivot here, but this is the one where I had some issues with the strategy. But I'll just go ahead and run that through. This, I guess, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here, but this one here, I'm having an issue with pivoting. I'm having an issue with picking the right unit. Like in this particular spot, I should have gone with Ziana versus Savannah here. Ziana's neutral, so I won't have to worry about 2 elements. And so it, because of the fact that I knew that they're never letting Gianna through, we're just very heavily reliant upon Savannah, basically Ziana, to do work in this spot, leaving him the opportunity to interrupt with that Josephine, and ultimately it was the death of me here. Couldn't do anything in this spot. If I go Ziana in there and he goes double fire, I could have picked ultimately a water unit to help me out. But again, this was one of those scenarios, and you'll see this in a couple of other matches where I did not have, or I was running into comps as well that had numerous counters, just numerous units that can interrupt, that can control, and that's the reality that especially I'm learning in C3. When I was in the 1680, 1700, 1727 range, I was running into a ton of people that just had multiple counters and just made it super hard. Again, this particular one here, Josephine for the stun on everybody, Hey Gang to interrupt if it cut through, Leo for the just hard lockdown on the tableau. Like again, super tilting when you deal with people like this. In addition to that, like look at this particular comp here. I'll run this one as well. This is another one where I felt the draft overall really wasn't too bad, but it was a bad situation for me, as he just had too many units that can interrupt between the Abelio, between the Diana, between the Abelio and the Diana, and then he got the invulnerability there. Like if he picked Shizuka in the end, I would have been just like outrageously tilted here. That being said though, he did actually outspeed me, which obviously hurts, because again, if you're trying to go turn 1, you know, and you don't do it, then it's really bad, right? It's really bad if I'm not fast enough. And actually, we did have a person say it. Peter Yang was in here. You know, he was saying no negativity here. I believe your units are kind of slow. If you're going to go turn 1, or try to go for turn 1 plays, I don't recommend you having all your units on will. That rally match in the previous video, you should have outsped and start controlling him. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm realized quite a bit here. Riley for me is starting to become higher on my band spot here. Sometimes I'm just not, you know, able to deal with a Riley. You know, Riley has a skill 4. Riley, you know, gets that violent proc and it just comes back and gets everybody at bay. I actually lost, I want to say like 5 matches today because of Riley violent procking and just healing. Had control, locked him down, even reset, but it didn't matter because again he had that skill 4, which drastically hurted me. So I'm trying to see if there's anyone. Here's another interesting spot where I felt like the job could have been done, but ultimately he just still had options, right? Double speed lead with Tiana, and he has, of course, Ethna to strip and stun somebody that, you know, opens up Masha to do work here. And in this particular spot, I ended up banning the Tiana. I don't know if that was a correct ban here. I'll put it out there right now, but I ended up banning Tiana despite the fact that he had the 33 lead, because Tiana just opens the way for everything to do work. Whereas if I banned somebody else, you know, I could have been Basically, if I don't ban Tiana, or if I leave Oliver in that spot, I'm still going to get worked on between Ethna and Masha. It's just a bad scenario. Ultimately, he has, better runes, a little bit more speed, couldn't outspeed. I think Fierce made a really, really good point. Doesn't really relate to my situation because I'm still making a lot of mistakes, but there's just certain units right now in the meta that if you don't have them, you're just at a severe disadvantage. And again, I would love to put it on units all day, every day, but like I said before, guys, let's not kid ourselves here. We're still making a ton of mistakes that are just hurting us and hurting us and hurting us. And maybe we just got super lucky the first 4 days where we climbed up like 180 points, 200 points in a matter of 48 hours. But yeah, man, I'm definitely feeling it. And if you guys saw the last video, it was hard to even keep a straight face when things didn't go in your favor, right? I mean, it's one thing to get your RNG, but when you don't get it the way you don't get it on your end, it's rough. It is rough. It looks like this particular match I actually won, which again is kind of surprising because I think this was like one out of the like 2 wins that I got in the last like 15 matches. So yeah, I actually thought that was a loss. I'm surprised because as you guys can see, we started the last 15 matches, we were at 1633 and we were dipped all the way down to 1787 here. So here's another one here where they just has outrageously so many different counters here to deal with. I think this particular one, I actually got rid of the Artemis on the spot because I knew I had a couple of units out there that were going to crit. And I'm trying to figure out what I did in this spot here. I think I locked down Nana. This was a big resist here. Of course, Raleigh's just sitting there collecting the little stacks. So I go for skill 3 to just push everything back and try to get a snipe here on this particular fire Ryu. Trying to get the attack break in that spot. Didn't happen, so still go for the Ryu, take him out. So I'm feeling pretty good here. That being said, though, still not well. Now we're in a good spot here. But ultimately, like, it was the fact that we were able to, get the pushback or whatnot in that particular spot. No pushback is generally what I would have deal with, and then Riley just would have gotten everybody back to square one here and ripped me up to no end. So yeah, it's I ain't gonna lie, guys. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm just eating my own words. Every single time I think about certain situations, so many things that I've, recommended to people, talked to people about when it comes to RTA, they're dealing with the ups and downs, the left and right of it. And it's hard for me to even adhere to those specific rules. When you're making bad plays, take a break. When you are feeling kind of tilted, right? Take a break. Trying to stay committed to a strategy when you feel like one bad RNG match went wrong, you want to try other things. All that jazz here. It's amazing how many things can affect you emotionally and just basically down like it just becomes a big like downswing of matches or whatnot here. But I will say this, despite the fact that I know that I should be taking a break, stepping away and whatnot. Again, I don't really care what I end up at the end of the day. Whether I'm a G1, C1, C2, C3, it doesn't even matter. The cool thing about this situation, the cool thing about the situation when I got G1 a few seasons ago was I learned a lot from what people constantly did with me. So if I'm not there, like testing the wings out and really seeing what other people do, there's really no other way to learn from it. I can sit here and send messages to a wide variety of people out there to get their opinion on it. But, at the end of the day, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, if I'm not making adjustments as I need to be making them on the fly there, that's going to be, like I said, it's going to hurt me at the end. So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut off the video right there. The next video that I have for you will be dropping tomorrow. And literally, don't make fun of me. I'm going to be in the same shirt. I wanted to show the replays today, and I'm going to do my matches here in a video that's going to be coming up tomorrow here. So we'll have some summons tomorrow. We'll have some, RTA tomorrow. And the tomorrow's RTA will be essentially the last 10 wings over here. So again, fam, if you guys have been enjoying this, talking about everything, like I said, doing a little journal when it comes to my RTA stuff, let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said before, if anybody's been following my channel for quite some time, when it comes to the actual content that I do, I go in these little spurts of stuff. And as you can tell, I'm definitely having a blast with regards to this new RTA change, despite the fact that things aren't going my way right now. And it's just kind of breathed a new life into Summoner's War for me. Like I said, despite all the RTA tilt in here. So again, next video, we're going to do it live, and I'm going to go through my thought process here And the good thing is, you know, if I do something wrong, you guys get to call me out. We get to learn from my mistakes. And like I said, make it hopefully better so that we can get back up to C3 and maybe get close to G1 here. So, okay, that's going to be it, fam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish, Childish Plays, checking out. Take care. And we'll see you all in the next one. I'm out.